This is the actual page of Harvard Medical School. This isn't just a random story. This is a screenshot of the thing. It will affect you. I promise you, this will affect you at some point. If it hasn't already, it will. Is that not bizarre? Howdy, y'all. I'm Brylan. The public school systems in this country are a graveyard for the soul. And we're still enamored by this idea in our society that we have to go to these educational institutions in order to truly live, in order to truly become something, when in all reality, it's a death sentence for the soul, for the heart, for the mind, for morality. That's why it's so important that we don't just ship our kids off to these colleges that claim to want to educate your children to better their lives, to further their understanding of life, of the world, right? When in all actuality, they are dumbing down the very hearts and minds of our children and turning them into husks to go out into the world and basically regurgitate all of the lies that they've been told. Look at the absolute truth real quick in Psalm 139. Starting in verse 13, it says, "You formed my inward parts. You covered me in my mother's womb. I will praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are your works, in that my soul knows very well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in secret, and skillfully wrought in the lowest parts of the earth. Your eyes saw my substance being yet unformed, and in your book they all were written, the days fashioned for me, when as yet there were none of them." That's where this story comes in. Hey, if you want to grow in your relationship with the Lord and support this channel, then check out the link below for the Daily Grace Company. The Daily Grace Company is a wonderful company, and they're always running fantastic sales on different Bible studies, Bibles, Bible tabs, different courses on Bible study, journals, organization, and of course, pens and highlighters. So check out the Daily Grace Company in the link below. It costs you nothing, but it does help support this channel. Hey, would you mind hitting that subscribe button and being a part of this community with us? I would love to hear from you on a regular basis. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up button, when you like this video, YouTube will push it out to more people, and it would really help spread this message. Harvard course teaches med students how to treat sexual minority infants. If this isn't absolutely disgusting, just even saying that, I feel dirty. Ugh. Now, I'm going to show you these shocking details. You don't want to miss this. Now, this is Harvard, okay? But, you look at a lot of these major Christian colleges, and they've all given in to this social justice garbage, and they're all playing the same games. Here's just one example. Texas Christian University celebrating Pride Month. It's super important. And there's dozens of other ones. I have videos on my channel going through so many different schools that pander. But it's kind of funny when you read headlines like this and you read stories like this that we're going to get into in just a second, how these same people that have no regard for human life in the womb are the same people trying to tell you what's morally right for an infant. Is that not bizarre? Oh yeah, and then you have our moral betters saying garbage like this.
There is no such thing as a heartbeat at 6 weeks. It is a manufactured sound designed to convince people that men have the right to take control of a woman's body.
Now, to pretend like it's just a manufactured heartbeat, that there's not actually something within that woman that is bearing life, is absolutely disgusting and depraved. You don't get much more depraved than that until that child is born. And then you have these deviants trying to tell you that there is a such thing as a sexually confused infant. Now, remember, an infant is basically from birth to 1 year old. give or take. Now, this article says, one of the nation's most historically prestigious universities is offering a course that instructs students how to provide healthcare services to LGBT individuals, including infants, categorized as, check this out, sexual minorities. The heebie-jeebies! The Harvard Medical School course, dubbed Caring for Patients with Diverse Sexual Orientations, Gender Identities, and Sex Development, goodness, that's a mouthful, includes a course description that outlines how students will learn to provide high-quality, culturally responsive care for patients who identify as, and then all the things, just all of them. Clinical exposure and education will focus on serving gender and sexual minority people across the lifespan, from infants to older adults, according to the description of the Harvard EDU. So this is the actual page of Harvard Medical School. This isn't just a random story. This is a screenshot of the thing. This is a screenshot of the thing. And you can see where it says this: clinical exposure and education will focus on serving gender people across the lifespan, from infants to adults. You know, they're coming after our children, and we're just not really doing anything about it. Just whatever. I don't want to be a bigot. I don't want to be called hateful. So I'm just going to shut my mouth and stay quiet, and hopefully it won't affect me. It will affect you. I promise you, this will affect you at some point. If it hasn't already, it will. That's why we can't stay silent. We can't just give in to these atrocities where they're trying to manipulate and literally mutilate children, infants, before our very eyes. The course description lists Massachusetts General Hospital in Boston as the main meeting location for the 2022-23 academic year. Massachusetts General is among several in the nation to offer trans surgical services. In 2020, doctors at the hospital sought approval. Check this out. This is gonna blow you away. To perform a first-of-its-kind surgery to attach the junk of a dead man onto a woman. The sad truth of it is that it's never going to be you. And I don't say that out of hatred. I say it out of a deep, desperate love for humanity and for the soul of these people who are bound and determined to live in a way that is sending them to eternal separation from God. And then, as you can see down here, it says, despite nearly 2 centuries of strong Christian heritage, Harvard has, in recent years, strayed further away from its theological roots and even hired, check this out, an atheist as its chaplain. So the chaplain at your school that doesn't even believe in God. He's an atheist, but he's a chaplain. Do you see how twisted and backwards and upside down everything is? This is demonic influences infiltrating every facet of our society, and our education system is ground zero. It is the pinnacle of where we send our children to early spiritual graves. And it is terrifying to think that this is still such a prevalent part of our society, where we think that our kids have to go to these spiritual graves in order to become anything, when in reality it is turning them into nothing, into brain dead zombies for Satan. But hey, let me know your thoughts about all this in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button and being a part of this community, I'd love to hear from you on a regular basis. And also hit that thumbs up button if you wouldn't mind. You know, when you like this video, YouTube will push it out to more people, and it would really help spread this message. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.